What if I told you that one of the greatest minds in history had barely 2 years of formal education? That the man whose face is printed on the $100 bill was once just a runaway teenager, broke and uncertain about his future? Benjamin Franklin, scientist, inventor, writer, and a founding father of the United States, was not born into wealth or privilege. His journey was one of relentless self-improvement, insatiable curiosity, and the boldness to challenge the limits of his time. From a young apprentice in a printing shop to a revolutionary thinker who shaped the modern world, Franklin's life is a masterclass in resilience and reinvention. But beyond the history books and the animated portrayals in Liberty's Kids or Mr. Peabody and Sherman, who was the real Benjamin Franklin? How did he overcome the odds, defy conventions, and leave behind a legacy that still influences us today? In this video, we'll dive deep into Franklin's story, his struggles, his breakthroughs, and the wisdom that made him a timeless symbol of ingenuity and perseverance. By the end, you'll not only know Franklin's story, you'll see how his principles can transform your own journey. What if I told you that one of the greatest minds in history had barely 2 years of formal education? That the man whose face is printed on the $100 bill was once just a runaway teenager, broke and uncertain about his future? Benjamin Franklin, scientist, inventor, writer, and a founding father of the United States, was not born into wealth or privilege. His journey was one of relentless self-improvement, insatiable curiosity, and the boldness to challenge the limits of his time. From a young apprentice in a printing shop to a revolutionary thinker who shaped the modern world, Franklin's life is a masterclass in resilience and reinvention. Picture this: a 17-year-old boy, alone in a new city, walking down the streets of Philadelphia with barely a penny to his name. He's hungry, exhausted, and uncertain about his future. Yet, this same boy would one day become one of the most influential figures in history. Benjamin Franklin's arrival in Philadelphia was not a grand entrance. It was a struggle. He found work as a printer, sleeping in the workshop and saving every coin he could. Unlike others who sought wealth for comfort, Franklin had a different goal: self-improvement. He believed that knowledge, discipline, and adaptability were the real keys to success. His breakthrough came when he traveled to London in hopes of advancing his printing career. But instead of finding opportunity, he found hardship. Betrayed by a business partner who had promised to help him, Franklin was left stranded in a foreign city with no job and no support. Yet, rather than despair, he used this as a lesson. He worked tirelessly in printing houses, mastering his craft and sharpening his wit. When he finally returned to Philadelphia, he wasn't just a skilled printer. He was a man with a plan. He set up his own printing business, founded the Pennsylvania Gazette, and started writing Poor Richard's Almanac, an annual publication filled with wit, wisdom, and practical advice. Franklin's words spread across the colonies, shaping the way people thought about success, hard work, and moral virtue. But Franklin wasn't just a businessman. He was a thinker. He began forming clubs, most notably the Junto, where like-minded individuals met to discuss ideas and improve themselves. He believed in the power of community and lifelong learning, a philosophy that would propel him into even greater achievements. Little did he know, his curiosity and problem-solving mindset would soon turn him into a scientist, an inventor, and a revolutionary. By the time Benjamin Franklin had established himself as a successful printer and writer, his ambitions had outgrown the walls of his workshop. He wasn't just interested in making a living, he was determined to make a difference. His mind was restless, always searching for ways to improve the world around him. This led to some of his most famous inventions, including the lightning rod, bifocal glasses, and the Franklin stove. But what made Franklin unique was his approach. He never patented his inventions. Instead, he believed knowledge should be shared freely for the benefit of society. In his words, As we enjoy great advantages from the inventions of others, we should be glad of an opportunity to serve others by any invention of ours. But Franklin's greatest impact wasn't in science, it was in shaping a nation. As tensions grew between the American colonies and Britain, Franklin emerged as a key figure in the push for independence. His diplomatic skills and wit made him an essential negotiator, first in England, where he tried to prevent war, and later in France, where he secured crucial support for the American Revolution. Without Franklin's charm and intelligence, the war for independence might have been lost before it even began. Yet, for all his successes, Franklin was not without flaws. He struggled with strained family relationships, particularly with his loyalist son, William, who sided with the British. He also wrestled with personal regrets, including his early involvement in slavery, a practice he later renounced, becoming one of the most vocal abolitionists of his time. Despite these challenges, Franklin remained a lifelong learner, proving that reinvention never stops. In his later years, he played a key role in drafting the U.S. Constitution, ensuring his wisdom would shape future generations. Through it all, Franklin's story wasn't just about intelligence or talent. It was about discipline, adaptability, and the belief that self-improvement could lead to world-changing results. Benjamin Franklin's life is more than just history. It's a blueprint for personal growth and success. His story teaches us that greatness isn't inherited. It's built through discipline, curiosity, and perseverance. So, how can we apply Franklin's principles to our own lives? Master the habit of continuous learning. Franklin believed that education wasn't confined to school, it was a lifelong pursuit. He created a personal system of self-improvement, reading every book he could find, engaging in discussions, and writing down lessons from his experiences. In today's world, we have more knowledge at our fingertips than ever before. The key is to cultivate a mindset of lifelong learning. Read books, take courses, and seek knowledge every day. Develop a personal code of conduct. Franklin famously crafted a list of 13 virtues, focusing on traits like humility, industry, and frugality. He tracked his progress daily, always striving to improve. You can create your own set of guiding principles, small, actionable steps that help shape your character and decisions. Turn obstacles into opportunities. Franklin's failures, from being stranded in London to business setbacks, never discouraged him. Instead, he used them as lessons. When things don't go as planned, don't see them as defeats, see them as stepping stones. Every setback is an opportunity to grow. Surround yourself with like-minded thinkers. The Junto Club Franklin formed was a mastermind group where people challenged each other to think bigger. If you want to grow, surround yourself with people who inspire and push you to be better. Give back and leave a legacy. Franklin didn't just seek personal success, he dedicated himself to the greater good. He founded public libraries, fire departments, and universities, believing that knowledge and progress should be shared. How can you use your skills and passions to make a difference? At the heart of it all, Franklin proved that success isn't about where you start. It's about how you grow, adapt, and commit to bettering yourself and the world around you. Benjamin Franklin's life was a testament to the power of reinvention. From a runaway apprentice to a self-made scholar, inventor, and nation builder, he showed the world that success is not about luck or privilege. It's about discipline, curiosity, and the relentless pursuit of self-improvement. His journey teaches us that no obstacle is too great, no failure is final, and no dream is beyond reach if we are willing to learn, adapt, and persevere. Franklin didn't wait for opportunity. He created it, and that same power lies within each of us. So, what legacy are you building? How are you investing in your growth, shaping your future, and leaving an impact on the world around you? The answers to these questions will define your journey, just as they defined Franklin's. If this story inspired you, share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more stories of resilience, ingenuity, and triumph, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep writing your own story.